I never knew I needed an Impulse Gundam with a Hawk backpack. Until now. This thing is just downright amazing, and there is so much to unpack, so let's get into this. What's up, guys? It's Dad Life Gunpla. Today I am reviewing the Master Grade Impulse Gundam Blanche. Now, you won't recognize this from an anime. It is actually from a manga. It is from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Astray, Princess of the Sky. This is piloted by a Elsa Weiss, another not so known character, again straight from a manga. But man, this kit delivers on so many levels. I love the box art, the grays, the whites. I know it's a P-Bandai, so you only get so many colors most of the time, and this one delivers. But man, it is a gorgeous kit. Straight into the unboxing, guys. You can see obviously the box is beautiful, but we want to see what's on the inside. Right there, you're met with a beautiful water slide. These are water slides too, by the way, guys. And you can see the toddler hands getting in there already. You will see his guest appearance several times throughout the kit. But there is a lot of runners. Yes. Recording with the toddler is not easy at all, guys. So back to the runners here. You have a main majority is white with a light gray. There's a dark gray mixed in for a couple accents and red as well. But then you have a dark gray for the underframe of the kit. So you can see a lot of duplicates. You'll build this in a very two times, two legs at the same time, two arms at the same time kind of setup. And I mean, the manual itself, there's actually a nice color layout on it. And it's really good for a P-Bandai kit. I'm actually enjoying the display pieces that they put into this kit. And there's a little intro about Elsa Weiss, as I had mentioned earlier. Again, not very much is known about this to me. I actually had to look a lot of this up just to get an idea of what the backstory was for this kit. So here is the completed Impulse, and you can see beautiful white, just the right hint of red mixed in and dark gray. It's just a beauty. And I'll point out right now that all I did with this kit is some basic panel lining, light gray for the white areas, and then I use black for the red. I know most people prefer brown, but I kind of like the clashing there. And then the water slide decal on the shoulder. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a few. So here is the weapons accessories. You get a nice, that seed shield and that beam rifle that comes with it too. There's a decent amount of maneuvering on this kit on the beam rifle. You can see the scope kind of goes from side to side, and then you also have the handles here that swing, but then there's also a shotgun style right here. Look at that, slides back and forth. You got to make that sound when you do it, guys. That's just how it rolls. But you can see a decent amount, and there's a little bit of actual color accent on that. Then you get to the shield, you can see where it slides out and it pops open to give that full shield covering that we all want so much. And a seed kit, a little struggle there. Beautiful thing, comes around the backside there. It is a single point, oh, knocked it out. You can see where it just pops in there, and then there's also a full 360 spin on that with a nice 90-degree bend to put a little bit of posing on there. And then you got the handle that pops up, you can hold, or you should be able to hold. Kind of a little difficult. Guys, I almost forgot the McStabby twins. And you'll see them again here on display, so you get a better look at those. So here is that beautiful Hawk pack. I just want to call it a Hawk pack. But it has the Destiny wings on it, and you can tell pretty much right away that that's what this is. This kit is very much Destiny wings with a bird-like accent and nice huge railguns that sit perfectly on them. Let's talk about the articulation on this bad boy. There is a lot you can do. First, you can see the head kind of swivels back. That is actually part of the transformation when it gets attached. Then the wings spread open. They are on pistons, so when you open up that wings, those actually fully extend to smaller pieces as well. And then these large rail guns, they not only come up and around, but they actually move all the ways around so you can put them in a different position below or above the model. And then on top of that, they pop off and they're actual weapons for the Impulse body itself. They do not attach together, so if you're thinking like Endless Waltz theme, Unfortunately, not so much. I wish, but they are just two very long rifles. Beautiful kit though. Again, it pops right back in there, just slides into a line, locks in well too. I mean, it's actually very nice. Then go around to the wings. You can see here, not only do they open, but you can actually swivel them right there at the joint, and then back and forth. And then also on top of that, you actually have a nice movement for up and down on the wing to better suit that on the kit. Right there is the attachment into the backpack. It is one of those extended long pegs. And then for the next thing, a little surprise I didn't expect is the Core Fighter. It's kind of a nice little kit. It does have the nice transformation. You can take the missiles off and the wheels as well, but it has that nice transformation into like the cockpit of the Impulse Gundam. However, you do not use this on display, but we'll do a quick transformation. There's actually a decent amount with this little guy too. But the piston or the back wings check in, they fold down, and then the nose of this actually tucks up underneath. Again, you have to take the wheels off and stuff like that. I initially, when I made the transformation, forgot to do that. But, you know, unfortunately, you'll see it here in a second, but it actually makes the full transformation into that torso. Again, not needed for the display of the kit, but a nice little touch. And then you also come with, of course, you get the Elsa Weiss pilot, but you also, I believe, you get the Shin pilot as well with the kit. And then we'll get an articulation of the Gundam himself now. You can see some head movement, a little bit of restriction there from just the lower portion of that like neck and where the armor comes up from the chest. Full spin at the shoulders there as well. We will talk about those a little bit more. A nice double joint bend at the elbows. Sorry, tongue-tied, guys. And then a nice little movement. There is some nice just touches of where the armor kind of slides and moves based on the posing as well, like you would come to expect with some higher grade master grades. Full 360, it's a ball joint with an extension. Actually pegs into the hand versus the hand pegging directly into the slot there. So you have some up and down the wrist as well. Part of the core pit opening, the cockpit opening, you can see a little struggles there. It doesn't want to stay up on its own, but that comes up, slides up, and then the red actually comes down too. You can't see it. Unfortunately, I didn't get it open at that point. It's kind of hard to get into. A decent spin at the torso. You have a little bit of a crunch, but not a lot. And then right here on the sides, there's not a ton of room that lifts up. Right there is where the McStabby twins are kept, one on each side. They pop open like that. Those are fitted in there a certain way, so it's kind of difficult to get them in there. Once you get them in there, it's kind of hard to get them back out too. But once they're in there and you don't need them, they're good to go. A nice full bend up front and back on the legs, up at the upper hip joint there. You come outside, because of those sides are so long, you don't have much of a split. Nice bend. You can see where that armor up there on the thigh kind of slides down a little bit and gets in a nice direction. Double bend at the knee itself. And then moving down the legs, getting to the foot there, you can see there is some adjustment. There are some pistons right there in the foot, and that points way down, just part of that leg, and that, you know, multi-piece transformation that the Impulse actually has. But again, you're not utilizing it for this kit. All right, couple of things that I just, get on, they grind my gears. Let's go with grind my gears. I'm not a huge fan of the way that these peg on here. If you do pose your kits a decent amount, expect for this arm to be coming loose and the shoulders coming loose. Another issue, action base. It does not, while it is standing right there on its own, obviously, yeah, right there, you just see in the background. And then decals. The water decals, you actually only get instructions for one. To go back to that, literally on the shoulder there, that is the only instructions they give you for this kit. Anything else, you're going to have to research on your own to find out if you like it to be accurate. If not, you have a ton of options for what you want to put out there, but unfortunately. So here is the McStabby twins, guys, or anti-armor knives if you want to be professional about it. But they fold out, they're basic switchblade. They're kind of standard for most seed kits. As you can see, they kind of, and there's the ones that fold down, they tuck into the sides, but yeah, they're nice little touches. You do not get a beam saber with this kit. That's what you get is the knives. So you can see a little bit of rocking on my base here. This thing, once you put the wings up and everything, stretch it out, it just looks phenomenal. If you want something with shelf presence, this kit is it. It is gorgeous through and through. Right there, display with the wings fully expanded, the beam rifle and the shield there. Just the actual extended rifles on the back just pointed up in the air on display. I absolutely love this kit. Thoughts on the build itself? Very straightforward build. I didn't really have too many issues with the assembly of the kit. And then on top of that, I mean, it's just nice. Every time I built something, I felt like I accomplished something. I never really grew tired of the kit. I've built a few seed kits too, and honestly, the seed kits, I really do enjoy building. They're very smooth. I like the build 2 legs at one time, build both arms at the same time kind of thing. And just kind of go through, and really that's how it is. There's very little you're not building one leg, then the other leg, then going back to one arm, then the other arm. And then there's a ton of articulation for display in this model too. And nice little movements through and through. Again, the backpack is separate, so you have a couple options you can do with that. I don't know why anyone would pose it. I gotta do the Wing Zero as close as I can get it. I know they're not together, but you get 2 long beam rifles like that, you gotta do it. I'm sorry. Just gotta do it, guys. We gotta go with that. So back to what I'm saying. The beam rifles are held up well. I will say that the hands, they are thumb separate and then trigger finger separate. Then the other ones are actually, the other 3 fingers are ball joint. So I did struggle a little bit putting those into place and then keeping them on there. And then of course that shoulder, it pops out often, and then the arm slid off the peg a decent amount as well. But all in all, I really don't have any major complaints other than Bandai action base, guys. So with everything being said, I want to thank you guys so much for helping me hit over 100 subscribers. I am so pumped. You don't even know how excited I am. I didn't think I'd be at this point. And then to end it all up, I know it's a New Year's. I hope you had a great holidays, and I'm looking forward to the 2024 season with you guys. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Drop comments down. Let me know what you think of the kit, if there's another seed kit that you like more than this. But until next time, guys, love.